But I can't see that you are here. Okay, I'm back again. I'm back again. I think the word termination is not allowed here. Yeah, I think that word is not allowed. I think the termination word is not allowed. Yeah, thank you so much. Okay. I'm not gonna mention that. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Should we continue with this Lerado? Okay, you can hear. So I'm sorry if you didn't hear the other part. Okay. I'm not gonna mention certain words then, I guess. Um, he cried like a baby, and for me that was epic. That was more excitement. His misery. That was excitement. His weakness, my strength was the order of the day. He kept saying, I give you everything. I love you with all of my heart, but you choose to double cross me, Lerato. No, this one, give another part. I think I went, yeah. Because this is Victor and Temba, if my memory serves me well. Where was I? No, I will just read here. There was a time where they caught each other, yeah. I was beyond control, blah, blah, blah. He cried like a baby. Once my one boyfriend caught me in bed in an apartment he was paying rent for with another man. He cried like a baby. Then that was my excitement. His weaknesses was my strength. And that was the order of the day. He kept saying, I give you everything. I love you with all of my heart, but you choose to double cross me, Lerato, and said, you can dump me. Then I said to him, you can dump me. And I stared at the wall. He started chasing the other man I was with and said to me, I must take a bath. He is coming back to me. They fought outside. I took a bath and looked sexy as usual. I wasn't planning to leave or shout back because my cash cow was the boss for the moment. He was moneyed. I needed money. I allowed him to shout and scream. I would say sorry as if I meant it but didn't. The one time I traveled with my sugar daddy, Joe, to his home in the village to be introduced as Makoti. To me, that was the best comedy movie I could play. I pretended so well to be the so-called Makoti, knowing I have about 7 boyfriends at that time in different provinces in my country and one outside the country. I had bank balance bigger than my age. I had changed my car and was driving the latest best car, rent paid for, and saving for a house, all by these human beings called boyfriends. I called men to me, they were just animals to be used and hurt. Joe believed I loved him and I was going to be his wife and give him a child. That gave me more pleasure watching him plan a future that won't happen. I saw stupidity that aroused my excitement. I told him I needed money to fix my home before his people could come for negotiations. Love blinded, he obliged and gave me 120,000 rent then. Please press the like button. Please press the like button. I took the money and saved it in my account. That's 120,000. To me, he was a FOOL because he had never been to my beautiful home that needed not any renovation as my parents were well off and could afford anything. I pocketed that money and organized my cousin to please pretend to be my uncle and let us use his house for a fake lobola negotiations so we could collect the money. My cousin was my fan but didn't approve of this. He did it anyway. I had told this blind man that my parents are both gone, and he believed me. Please, for me to continue, please press the like button so that we continue with this chapter. Day of lobola negotiations came and I pocketed 60,000 rand, and he was super excited that I was now his wife. I took 40K and gave my cousin and his two friends 20K. I played such a game to 3 men. I did the same thing to 3 men and played such a game to 3 men and planted my cousin and his friends in different provinces so I don't clash these men. And on all occasions, I collected 60K each. I personally profited another 120,000, which was excitement to me. The dark road she entered. We are still on Lerato. I'm going to block you. I'm not here to debate about Jesus is my Lord. Jesus is my God. Probably not yours. Jesus is Lord. I'm not here to argue with you. Not today. Today we are doing something different. Okay. The dark road she entered. Do we continue the dark road she entered? Family, those who have heard the story from where it started, do we continue or do we stop? No, actually, we still have time on this one. Do we continue? Okay. Now, this is the beginning of a dark journey that she enters. We don't have your time. Let's block you. We don't have your time. Let's block this person first. Yes, we blocked the person. Yeah, we block, we don't play. Now, the dark road she entered. This will also probably be in parts. I was not only a loose, cheating woman, but grew to love money too. With this came more bad friends who showed me ways of making more money and playing man as I pleased. I was then introduced to dark magic. By then, I was finished with studies, a graduate reluctant to work because of easy money. To me, men were stepping stones of whatever I wanted to achieve in life and whatever I wanted. I met a friend I would classify as my twin born from a different mother. We were so much alike, so many similarities that would make you love such a diabolical friendship that would unfold even more. She was from Lesotho. She came to South Africa to study. She finished her studies through men. Married one for document. She even married one for documents to later divorce him and take half of what he had. She had money and men all over. She laughed once at me and said, it's easy to make them do whatever I want them to do. And this is how I plan to live till I'm no more. I can take you to one man who made things possible for me, show me, friend. And so the journey of evil began. We traveled to Eastern Cape and met up with a woman who told us that we will have to take a bath, sleep and prepare ourselves for tomorrow to see Tamkhulu. Tamkhulu meaning grandfather or old man. I asked, how do we prepare? She said, my friend will explain everything. She knows the consultation rule. She whispered to me, "Don't worry, I will tell you. Let her finish. She doesn't repeat herself." When the old frail lady left, she nodded and said, "I hope you won't disappoint me on telling you what's next." I rushed to say, "Just tell me. I'm ready to do anything." She then said, "We are to bathe with a potion of mixed herbs in a very dark room. The only thing we do is enter the room on our knees, crawl straight, using hands to feel the floor. As you crawl, you will get to where there is water. As you feel the floor with your hands. Don't be afraid, told me. It's like a little pond. Enter in. Don't be afraid. Take your bath. Whatever you do, don't move from where you entered. From where you first entered, and crawl back the same way you entered. Then, when you return, look on your right. You will see a wooden door. Open it. It's dark, but has fire which helps. Next to the fire, there is oil. Use this oil standing next to the fire and apply on your body, all over your body, including the inner parts of your ears, Chomi." She repeated, "All over your body." Let me emphasize on this, Chomiaka. Use this oil all over your body, especially the ears and your private parts and nose. Please take a lot of this oil. Don't worry, it's not too liquid-like. It's thickish. And collect as much as you want. Just make sure your body is soaked in that oil. Thank you so much, prayer warrior. Hey, what do they call it? This year I'm going to tell you to be pressing it. What do they call it? Oh, the thanks button. Yeah, because this is from my book. Maybe I should tell people, press the thanks button. No, prayer warrior must tell them. I don't know. It's the thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you. Press the thanks button, family. It's a special kind of thanks that comes with imali. Okay, let me not. My God, Butagat. God, Sibubona. And we thank Jesus for his blood. I was very good in taking instructions and did exactly what she said. We are 47 in this house. Can we press the like button, please? I will continue. You remember where it ended. If you are following the story, you can just say yes or continue, sis, continue, sis. And then also important to press the like button. You are not going to hear about Lerato from my book just like that. Aibo, nias good to Lerato bigalo ya ganjani. Where's the like button? If you open, I don't know, prayer warrior or somebody can explain that. There is yeah, you can, yeah, please press the like button, and also you can press the other things. There's another things that I think prayer warrior pressed. They say you can also double tap the screen to like. I was very good in taking instructions and did exactly what she said. Let's remember, this is a client that has come to see me. Literally, she had to sleep over. There's a lot that she unveiled with her mouth. Africa will reunite, whatever. Who told you that my country is what? Why? Oting seven said this word. I'm sorry, but I just have to use it. Wow, Papa. So what? Like go trek, cause I can. Who told you? Would I wear this if it was not hot? If it was not cold? Scotland trial like 2026. You people that hide behind these fake accounts. I would love you to come as you are and say this nonsense. I was very good in taking instructions and did exactly what she said and used the cloth we were given after I bathed. This wasn't a normal cloth. The material was not ordinary. It was like a thin washed off skin of something. I wasn't sure, but I remember looking at that cloth and wondered what could that be. It didn't soak the oil, rather, it was like adding heat and adding more oil on my body. I wrapped the cloth and met up with my friend, who was already finished. By the time I returned to the empty room, we were meant to sleep in. We were directed to sleep far apart, one close to the window and one close to the door. On each their mat, facing up with opened legs. I believe the mat was made of reeds. Instead, we did as we were ordered. One facing the wall and the other one facing the door. One facing the window and one facing the door. There was no fear in me. Okay, this part is called When Your Evil Heart is Served, the Evil Contract. There was no fear in me, neither was there any doubt. I was excited about what I believed to be a promotion of my coming life. Around 2 a.m., I felt something enter my private parts, like slithering inside me and pull out. It was like was stretched for a second and closed again. Family, there's quite a lot of us. Somebody's explaining how to press the like. Press the 3 dots on the top right and it gives you the option to like or dislike. And then top 3 dots, you will get the like button. Just press the like button, family. It's there. You are 42. And that's it. Probably other ones are not our people, but just press the like button. I want to continue with the story. It's a bit hefty. It's getting to that part. And also, there is a thanks button. If you look up there, someone who loves us just gifted us something. Thank you so much. This is coming from a book that I wrote. Do we continue? Press the like button and also press continue so that I know. Just say continue, I'll push. I'll wait for continue. Okay, I'm gonna wait for continue. When your evil heart is served, the evil contract, there was no fear in me, neither was there any doubt. I was excited about what I believed to be a promotion of my life. Around 2 a.m., I felt something entering my private, slithering inside me and pull out. It was like my private was stretched for a second and closed. The first entry felt funny, exotic, sexy, and seductive. I wanted more. I thought to myself it was a tease. My mind went far off. It was like what was happening wanted me to take out my perverted persona, which was always ready to come out at a touch of my. I spread my legs wider and welcoming. I felt the second entrance. This time, it was like a heat wave that comes with an electric shock. It entered my with a huge stretching than the first one. I felt so weak, like every part of me was filled with this thing that was entering. My hands stretched as well, but felt the heaviness of this being inside my hands, fingers and top. I felt being, this word. I felt being, I don't know how to use this word. In every hole in my body. The word is P. And then traded. You'll have to look for that altered word. I felt being penetrated in every hole in my body. My nose was stuffed with what seemed to be like what entered me first. My ears were stuffed by what I believed to have been bigger than my ear holes. All of my holes were stretched and stuffed with what entered through my. I was like choking and drowning at the same time. The breath I took was so hot, but didn't feel like it came from the room. It was like the breath of what was on top of me. This felt like 100 men on top of me with their huge pea parts, all doing me with the same pace, rough and cruel, but shared the same. This lasted for almost an hour. If my mind was even in a right place to count time. But to me, this was life, a very long time lived. This being was huge, like a snake, human, with what felt like bones coming out of the spinal cord. A very strange being on top of me. These bones felt like horns. On each of its turning, each stroking on my womanhood, I felt the horns. On each, I felt an urge to wee-wee, to poo, to cough, but nothing was coming out. This being made 3 distinctive sounds, which haunts me to this day. Crying babies, moaning men, and a cruel laughter. The moaning men were so loud in my ears, and so was the baby's cries. These sounds seemed to make this being get too rough, intensified the heat, the hot breath I inhaled, and it made me feel the stretched organs that felt like they were tearing. This being finished, I felt the heaviness leave my body. It was like everything inside me was shaking. That entered my body was pulling out, like this thing was pulling something that was inside me. And it felt like it was pulling me away. It was like from my hair, something was pulling something out of every part of me. Then my body felt light again. I felt like there was air entering every part of my body. I felt like a fountain with holes, and wind was blowing inside of me. Then I felt something like a very sharp, long, hard nail on my garden. Yeah, that one. And both, yeah, yeah, the pumpkins. It was like I'm giving incisions on these areas. Then silence followed. I was soaked in slime that didn't smell good. It had the sharp, earthy scent of a river water. But I was free from that traumatic, evil, as horror. As horror, with what I didn't know, but can say was an ugly snake and half human with bones like horns on the back. Everything in me was soaked in that slime, yet I felt so dry in every hole that was left inside me. I wasn't in pain anymore, but felt a fog that left me confused until I saw that old frail lady next to me with a cup filled with some dark drink. She helped me up, supported my head, and placed my head on her lap and made me drink that substance that tasted bitter, sour, and had a smell of warm, fresh blood. And that moment, I wished I could kiss this woman and thank her. She felt like my mother. She then felt like a girlfriend I yearned to have and caress. She gave me this portion like a mother and took away the pain I felt. It was like a portion to revive me from my almost death experience. I believe I experienced hell on earth and death after waking up, revived with strength again. Still weak but stronger than when that being was on top of me. She said to me, I seal your mouth, licking my lips with her tongue, and said, no ear shall hear what you have done and sinned. She licked me 6 times. And now I understand you when you did what you did to me, Gogo. It reminds me of the day she sealed me with her tongue to never speak of what had transpired. Not that she was the last. I had to be sealed in different forms as I went on to consult further, trying to be freed from what that very contract I took with that being. She continued. My friend and I were instructed to come to an outside shrine. I was happy to be out, feel the breeze, though every part of me felt like it was exposed and my demis was exposed. You know demis, right? I felt like my insides were getting dry. As we walked towards the shrine, a snake passed before us on the entrance of the shrine. We were told to walk in bare feet, on our knees again. An old man sat on the shrine, his back facing us. He could see us though he faced backwards. He said to my friend who was kneeling on my right to kneel on my left. He called her by name and said, Mzukulu, grandchild, let her be on your right. Change positions. I don't want you positioned this way. You, like it's your home. She is being adopted into this home. He then turned after we changed the positions. I remember fear creeping into me at the sight of this old man. His face was hard to look at. His eyes felt like death piercing into your heart. His eyes were deep in the sockets, yet so dry and looking without blinking. He was covered with gray hair. His long locked beards were dripping something like lime. He looked at me like he was staring at my soul. He asked me to drop what I was earlier instructed to bring with me along the shrine. The underwear I came wearing. We were instructed to place them in a clay pot and bring it on to the shrine on the final day, which had now arrived. I dropped the underwear as instructed. He made incantations from his bag, drew, I hope you understand that. He made incantations from his bag and he drew up something from a hole. It looked like a string made from a sack material like linen. As he was pulling it to his lap, the old lady kneeled in and gave him something that looked like a homemade cotton bag, brown, not big, the size of a shopping bag. He collected it. She kneeled out as she came. The old man then collected some powders of what looked like muti, sprinkled it into the bag, took out a coin from another hole that had water but wasn't deep, as we could clearly see the coins in the hole. It was like a small pond. He then asked me to give him the coin I was asked to reserve on coming. My friend had instructed that payment will be made in an old 20-cent coin, and I had to find it before we came, which wasn't hard for me to get. I threw it on the ground as the old man instructed. He picked it and threw it in the bag. He spoke a very strange language, which I do not believe is even spoken in our country. He then looked at me and asked, "How was your night, Lerato?" I froze. He hadn't asked me my name. How does he know my name? No one asked for my name. How then does he know my name? He looked straight into my eyes, this time called out my surname, my father's name, and told me which number of child I am at home. He said, "Your stubbornness and desire led you to me, but your greed may not hold you here." Very strange statement. Ooh. Ooh. I'm going to read this again. He looked straight into my eyes. This time he called out my surname, my father's name, and told me which number of a child I am at home. He said, "Your stubbornness and desire led you to me, but your greed may not hold you here." Very strange statement, which led me to ask, if what I came here for I will get, what greed? To me, I wasn't greedy. I was a go-getter, someone who goes for what they want. The old man said, "Take your bag. You worked for it and traveled for it. You paid for it and called it to yourself. What you did here remains here. You will come each year on your birthday if you have not troubled your first husband." I had to say something. I am Lerato after all. This time I felt I had to open my mouth, in pain, feeling like a ghost after last night. I told myself if I'm punished for asking, so be it. But I had to ask. Just when I was trying to open my mouth, the old man said, "You are surprised? You got married last night, and that was your husband, whom you will take home with you. He will enjoy you like that yearly. When you bring him here, each on your birthday, but he will enjoy you back in your home weekly. Please him. He won't be as rough as he was here. You will get used to him. Don't be surprised. That is now your husband, who will give you all your heart's desires, provided he is pleased with you. Caution, he is very jealous. He knows you want to use men, but you cannot love. They should love you and slave them. After you sleep with each, push the semen out in a pot, where you will build him a house. By building a house, I mean where you stay, he must have his own special room, when no one enters except you. In the room, you will place fresh eggs from local chickens in each corner. You will, in due time, get a big house, big enough for you to keep chickens. Do you hear me? I replied, "Yes, Mkulu, I hear you." He instructed, I get a very beautiful rug, very expensive and beautiful, and put it in that room and place my bag, which he gave me. It was just a string I saw him take out from the back hole, and I didn't think much of it. Jesus. Do I rest and come back and continue on this one? This is on my book. Continue pressing. Do we continue here, or family, we stop this one and come back just now? Just now. Bazalwane engizibonile emhlabeni. Okay, I'm gonna just stop and come back now immediately, just to give you another part. Yo. Let me just stop the video because it's so long, and then I will come back again. I can't make it. This is Maggie says, "Don't rest, continue. Press the like button." No. Yeah, people must pre-order. Tell them, family. I'm not going. I'm coming back. I just want to make it short, so that it will be short. Not long videos like. Oh, what do you suggest? Parker, don't breathe. Wait, Parker or unfair. This is a free chapter. This is a free chapter for free. That means you will read you have to pre-order the book. Yes. Yes, I want to continue. But I'm saying now, or just a little bit, just for a moment, so that this video doesn't become that long. Or what do you think? Should I continue on this one? No, I'm going about 2 hours. Just now, I'm not going far. I will stop. Yeah, I will just stop it so that it doesn't become that long. Everybody says continue. Hey, I've intended to just 2 minutes, like not even a minute. I will just stop it. Hey, hey, bazalwane, bazalwane. No, it can't be for members only. No, I love you too much, all of you. I'll just stop and come back. Start another life. Now. Hey, it's now time. Now you are tasting the book. You are tasting it. Now you are enjoying. I know you. But you are my family. I know you. Look what it does. Yes, let me stop it now and then come back so that a person who wasn't following will get it. Yeah, but I'll just make it in parts. I don't know. I'll just say part 1, part 2 of the encounter with Lerato. Just a little bit. I'm here now. Yes, take a break, then I'll come back in a few minutes. Ow, bazalwane. Ow, ugu breather. My water is even finished. I need to refill. I'll be back just now. I love you. God loves you more. Let's continue. I also need to breathe. There's a reliving of the. I win. Thank you, Chidima. I win. Thank you, family. I'll be back now. Yabo. Meanwhile, let me just stop and come back again. Now.